This is Pat Henry, What They Think, and with me today is Lance Martin to talk about the latest news from Komori. Lance is a Vice President for Product Marketing at Komori America. Lance, welcome to What They Think.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, Pat. Thanks for having me.
Lance, something else Komori brought to market last year was a B2 Plus format offset press called the Lithrone GX29 Advance. I wonder if you can tell us how this press fits into Komori's offset portfolio.
Yeah, quite frankly, that wasn't one that we expected so much. I'll tell you the story of how it happened, but I think it's going to be valuable for the world, quite frankly. So this was really developed out of some requests in our Asian market, China, I believe, to be exact. It was there to enhance what they did in the packaging and label space. We rolled it out that way, and it happens to fit those formats really well. And it's got some real production enhancements when you run these half-sheet presses in that space. For certain jobs. It was introduced last year, I think, or this year. I think it was the summertime. It hit Print China, or China Print as they call it.
Yeah.
And then now it's going to be in our Japan Graphics Center in Q1. They're going to have a press there. Our European division, Komori Europe, has already sold one, and they're putting it into place. And I'll tell you what the solution seems to be along these types of lines. So first of all, it's really running a lot of plastics and synthetics. And we developed a lot of features in the transport. So the feeder, the transport cylinders, the delivery, all those were enhanced to prevent a lot of scratching and give more control to the sheets, which are a lot of synthetics in that market. And then we took all the automation from our flagship presses and we applied it to this market also. Because it doesn't matter, it's a small sheet format. They've got to do, the make-ready enhancements, and the efficiencies have to be there for that small sheet size anyway. So it'll run very similar to those machines, and it has that technology. I'll give you an example maybe of a possibility of why it might be a good advantage in this small make-ready market. So just imagine a real short run, and let's say it's not great for digital, where it's got 7 colors, 8 colors plus white, and maybe it's a medium-sized run. Well, make-readying that plus putting coating on it all in line is capable on the GLX29. If you compared that to doing it on a 40, maybe a 40 would do it in 100 sheets and the GLX will make ready it in 100 sheets. Mm-hmm. Well, it's still, since it's a smaller sheet size, it's still half the waste of paper, half the waste of ink. And it really does have that scalability and waste. So it's really good for the environment. It's a great model. The way we're sort of expecting this to play out, I don't know if it'll go worldwide really thick, but for a lot of customers, you could very easily have your digital inkjet press sitting there. It's got a B2 format. The GLX29 sitting there in an offset, much wider capability environment. Go all the way up to medium runs. And then if you've got the big runs, of course, you got your 40, 41, and 40-inch presses that can do all that too. So we think it's going to be a very interesting play as we go forward in 25 and 26, and we'll see how that goes in America.
We'll be keeping an eye on that. And I want to thank our guest, Lance Martin of Komori America, for a great discussion today. This is Pat Henry,
Thanks, Pat.
What They Think. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you, Pat. I look forward to the next time. We appreciate it.